I'll do my
Welcome
best
back
to
everyone
help
to my
out.
playthrough of Code Vein. Now yesterday, if you were with me, I was faced off against Juzo Mido, and I fought him several times. I lost count. I kept losing. So anyway, I ended the stream, and a little bit later on, off stream, I went and checked out my build, which I'm going to share with you um, before we get much further in here. But then I came back in just to test the build out, and it worked so well I actually beat him offline, which I hate that. But anyway, let me just share with you what my build was. So of course my companion was EO, and let's see, I'll show you what I was. So I had the silver
Nothing is
guard
more
plus
important
9,
than
and the
preparedness.
reason why I'm wearing that is let me see, here it is right down over here on this side of the where it says defense. You got balance of 171 and slash and crush, all that there. Then your resistance. The biggest thing under resistance against Juzo Mido is this inhibit, because during the fight he'll inhibit you, which what that does is that takes all your abilities off the puts them on cooldown, so you got all of your gifts, active and passive, going cooldown. You can't do anything. About the only thing you can do is heal. Now, the important thing is about this is that uh, even though that happens, you still got uh, EO there, and EO has, as a companion, has one of the best heals in the game. And when she heals you, she not only just heals you for a little bit, but she heals you for about half strength, so you can come back and you don't have to uh, worry about getting racked too hard. Now, of course, that there can be times where she can't always heal you if she's been injured herself, but that's important to know. Now, the next thing I had was the Zywander Fortification plus 9. Now, I have seen, and like I said, I had gone and looked at some videos about the fight. I had seen some players use the Zywander Fortification plus 10. But I only had a plus 9. I only went and purchased a few things to try to get through the fight, but I'd already had that plus 9, was using that. But I think the key to this fight is going to be in uh, you're actually over here in your active gifts, but we're going to move on. Of course, I had the Queen Slayer code, and I mean, it's just one of the more all-around versatile codes. You don't have to use it. You probably could do the fight with any one of these other codes, because to me the big difference, what was in during the fight, come over here in the actives, and there was two things. One of them I had already, which was Blood Guard. Temporary carries a barrier, creates a barrier around you and your partner that boosts blood resistance. Okay, that's a very important. If you don't have anything else traded on your actives, you want that traded. And then you need to have the foul blood barrier. Creates a single use barrier around you and your partner that greatly reduces damage. The reason why you want these two gifts is during the fight, Juzo Mido will begin to power up, and you'll see it. It'll be an active animation. It won't be quite halfway through. It may be about after the first third of the fight. Uh, he'll take on enough damage where he'll start to power up, and he uses blood to give himself power, and that's what the attacks are. And so once you see him doing that, you want to activate these two gifts, and then you just keep whacking away on him as much as you can. Now, as far as the passives, I had stamina boost, I had two-handed sword mastery, I had strength, vitality up, and improved regeneration, which I don't know if I really relied much on that. Possibly if you had some kind of passive gifts or active gifts that's got to do with slowing down or anti-inhibit, that might be a good thing if you're still struggling. But anyway, so let's go up here to the. Now, as far as the fight goes, there's not really a whole lot of strategy behind it. I mean, you're just going to be in this big open areas. Now this is where you fight his two minor bosses. This area right here, the cannoneer and the blade bearer, which is a very tough fight in and of itself, more so than this fight. If if you're anywhere near the setup like I had, and you have those two active gifts that I talked about, you shouldn't have too much trouble with this fight. Now right here, I powered up some other things, but I didn't touch the blood barrier or the foul blood barrier. I didn't touch those two. And then he's right here. Usually he'll be right about in here in the middle of the room. He'll go to pick up his sword, let him get his sword, try to get in behind him, and then just whack on him as much as you can, and then of course dodge. And you're gonna take damage, and you may even go down, but Io will heal you. And then just keep whacking on him as much as you can until you see him go into that power up animation, and you'll start seeing these dark looking swirly things started going around him, and that's when you want to hit the two.
I'll make good use of this.
These two gifts there. And once you got that up, then just lay into him and whack him and take the damage, you know. But of course you don't want to just stand there and take the damage, but you want to keep whacking on him while those gifts are up. I think it took me enough time to where one of those gifts came back for me, and while I was still fighting him. But anyway, beat him, and now we've come to this point here, and there was a cut scene with about him and with the partners that I missed, and I hate that because I wanted to try to stay on the story. But basically that's it. I mean, that's the whole fight. Once I traded those two simple things, and like I said, I had to buy, had to go back and actually acquire that gift. I had sold off a bunch of my not haze, but a bunch of my materials and stuff to get enough haze to acquire that fire blood gift, and that's really made the difference, a big difference in the fight. So from this point on, I don't know if I'm going to continue my actual playthrough of the game. I may, and I may not. I don't know. I mean, I've already got quite a few YouTube videos going, and we might just play it by ear and see how I feel. And I didn't really want to tell you too much about the cutscenes and stuff because it's sort of spoilerless, and if you're not to this point, you may not want to know what's going on. Now, I have no clue as to what I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm supposed to be going after that point there. I'm just gonna...
They found something valuable today.
Here's another door. Huh. Pure blood. Oh, nice.
It won't open?
This door
Let's
is
find another way.
What's that say? Hellfire, what? One of the following is required. Okay, so I gotta have the Hellfire Knight, Frozen Empress, or Lord of Thunder code. Okay, I don't have either one of them, or any of those three, I don't think. Let me see. I didn't look either to see what did I get from... I don't really know what I got from that fight, what my reward was. Now this garb, this silver garb that I've got on, you'll pick that up during the intro to that to those matches against the bosses while you're running through that area over there, the Crypt of the Spire, I believe it's called. So if you don't have that, it's easily, I'd go ahead and if you don't get it for whatever reason, then you got to go in that fight. Try to get a blood veil that's, protects you, gets a pretty good high rating on the inhibit, because the inhibit is what really will hose you during that fight. And see now, you know, this blood gift, that's okay. Now that one barrier's already deactivated, and during my fight with him, that's what happened. But I just reactivated it again because this one foul blood barrier is still working on me, and it lasts a pretty good long time, and that protects you against his attacks. Might be a short stream tonight. I just don't know. Alright, so there wasn't anything in that area that we had to fight. I mean, all in all, I've really enjoyed the game quite a bit. It's for someone like me who likes to attempt these Souls-like games. It's been entertaining, and it's been challenging. Of course, you know, at my level of gameplay, it wouldn't take much to challenge me, but I like the fact that you do have companions that helps you get through this content.
This place is a mess.
I don't know.
Did a battle cause this?
If I would have been able to done it.
Time is short.
Now, of course, you can choose not to have a companion. If you don't want a companion, you don't have to get one. You can just go like right here. Watch out, you. You can go right here and scroll down to here, and it'll say none. So, and you can click none and not have a partner. But I prefer it. That's just my game style. See a shiny.
We can certainly use this.
And there may be other builds. I'm not saying like this tank and spank kind of build I've been running, which I really try to get a high DPS, but you know, most of my play style is I want to be able to cause high damage and have sustainability too. Uh-oh, there's a chest over here.
Lost spotted, a little way ahead.
See, that's what I like. I like to just be able to go through. I mean, I don't mind a challenge now. Don't get me wrong. I'll take a challenge. But it's like, you know, I don't want to get absolutely stuck or bogged down in any part of the game to where I can't finish it. That's kind of frustrating to me. That was what happened to me in Sekiro. I got so bogged down in that Great 8 fight that I never could get past that. No matter how much I kept going back in there and how much stuff I kept farming up to try to get that fight. To beat that monkey, I couldn't do it. And that was rather frustrating because I really enjoyed this game a lot. But that was the very first Souls-like type game I'd ever played. I thought I saw there was a chest in here. It gave me a signal that there was a chest. I'm missing it. Yeah, I hate that I didn't even think I was going to win. I just put together this stuff. I watched somebody's video about, you know, what you needed to do as far as those blood barriers go. And I said, well, it looks like I can maybe do that. Now let me go test it out just in case. And it was working so well, I didn't want to stop. So I went ahead and beat him. I figure I can make up for it later with the description of what my build was.
We have to choose one way or the other.
Ah. Uh-oh. She hit me twice. Is that a monkey coming in behind me? For a minute there. I don't like to try to fight in these tight spaces. Maybe it was just a signal for the enemy I saw, and not. Could have swore it looked like it was highlighting a chest though. Which way did I come around this way? No, I came around from that way, didn't I? Okay.
This looks difficult.
Whoa, Big Mama. Okay, come on. Come on, Io. Let's see, that's 2. And then let's do 5.
It's wise to be prepared.
Yep. Who is this guy? Girl.
All you've got.
Uh-oh. Queen's Knight Reborn. Wah! 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 Uh-oh. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what that maneuver was called. Oh, wow. Wow. That was some charge-up maneuver he did. Oh, he does it, huh? He's got like a disappearance dash kind of thing he does. Whoa, now he's got some kind of green shit coming out of it. I know you didn't just spit that green stuff at me, man. Oh, he debuffed me with a leaf. A leaf. Just tumble when he does that, because you don't know where he's going to end up. Oh, he got me still. Oh, no. Ah.
We really did it.
Greater loss dispersed. Oh, cutscene.
Wait a moment. That lost left a vestige behind. There is something somehow familiar about it. I would like to know what memories it contains. Would you show them to me? I know that there is a monster growing inside of me. I know, but am I strong enough to beat it? I won't run. I can't run. I have to keep fighting. It shouldn't be like this. I can't fail him. I would be betraying everyone, even my father. But this monster is too much for me. I can't fight it. Please, someone help me. Louis, please. Destroy me. I need you to do this for me. If you can't, then sorry. In the end, I wasn't strong enough. Now everyone is. Still, if you can help me atone for my sin, please help those who are suffering. If you can ease their burden, even if it's only a little.
Oh no, I lost my connection to the network.
Even now, Cruz still struggles with all her might as the Queen, locked in a war against herself, desperate to save revenants from their thirst. I wish to lend you my support, to help be your strength. I do not want you to suffer alone, and so I would continue to attend to you, as I have attended to you in the past. After all, that is the duty with which I have been entrusted.
Ishtar features gifts that aid attacking, defending, including gifts involving self-sacrifice. Okay. Alright. Ooh, there's a missile here. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to probably call that an end to the stream at least. I don't promise you that I'll continue to stream this game. I don't know. I feel like I may continue to do it. But for now, I think well, maybe I'll go a little bit further. Let's see what's down this way. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what may be down this way. What does this passageway, where does it lead to?
I sense a threat in the distance.
You do? She senses a threat in the distance. There was only one way to go, and that's down.
Heading there now.
Nice.
A map of the depths. Davis said he wants one.
Okay, so I come down one, I guess I gotta go up another.
I'll be there soon.
Alright. There's some blue man up here. I don't even know where this is taking. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a clue. This looks like what is this anyway? Like some kind of underground stuff. Tree roots or
When
something.
I first found you, I felt a warmth in my heart. I didn't know why at the time, but you have some sort of strange power over people. Your presence is soothing.
All right,
None of them are moving.
Provisional Government Center. Oh, okay. I've seen titles to videos with that title or that name in them, but I don't know. Oh, here's another girl. Let me get this. Activate. Who is this girl?
An attendant stays close, that is all. One must not interfere with the relics. In any case, there is little we can do.
Huh. Okay, could you be any more cryptic than that? I see a shiny in there, but is it an ambush?
It's quite durable.
Oh no. Provisional Government Center. See what's down this way. Okay. Let's go over here and get this shiny IO.
Its body is covered with roots.
Where? Yeah, I know. There's another. Oh. There's another game that had a bunch
We
of
can
roots on it.
certainly use this. Too bad.
It's not open from this side. Let me try. I want to try something. I haven't done this the whole game. I've been kind of curious. I saw this down here. Where did I see it? Sound suppressor. Let's see if I can sneak up on this dude.
This isn't the best place
Oh
to
no!
fight.
Ah!
Slaughter. That was a bit of a workout.
It was a bit of a workout. Watch out, Io. You're in the way, girlfriend. You're in the way. What? Hello.
Leave this to me.
Oh no, he smacked me right as I rolled into him. Well, he really caused a bunch of damage on me. One hit. Did you see that? One hit. There's a guy down there. Do I want to go down there? Boy, this looks like this will be pretty involved. Oh!
This is a bad place to fight. I shall maximize my efforts. Just as I expected.
I can see that the enemy is going to be a little bit challenging around this area. What's this? Is that dude alive? Did he drop down on her? Yeah, he did. Oh no. Oh no, he whacked me twice, 3 times. Really?
Not good. Tend to your wounds.
Wow. Okay. Alright. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. You might want to have some kind of like a speed build maybe in here. Maybe. I don't know. I wonder if that guy's awake. Yep. Uh-oh. What the hell was that? Like some kind of booby trap got me. Did you see that? It was like a vines or something attacked me. Let me go back up here a minute though. Alright, so anyway, I think I'm going to end it right there. Give this game a little bit of a rest. If I don't come back and stream this game more, I may just, I may stream the, some other game. I hadn't decided.